date with this guy, and he probably thought like, damn, she's enjoying this date, I'm definitely gonna see her again. But honestly, what he did just completely killed all attraction for him, and it's so unfortunate because if he would have just, acted a little bit better, things would have went very different because it was a
What's up guys, it's JQ back with another video diving deep into female psychology. Now if you've been watching the channel, you know that I poke fun at women a lot for some of the crazy things that they say and do. But in this video, I want to give credit where credit is due, and we're going to hear some actual valuable advice from women about how attraction works. Now, this doesn't happen all that often because women, although they can tell you what they want from a guy that they are already attracted to, they really struggle to explain what it is that makes them attracted to a man in the first place. But these next two ladies do a good job of actually providing some valuable information, and I want to give them some credit. So let's take a look at what the first had to say.
date with this guy, and he probably thought like, damn, she's enjoying this date, I'm definitely gonna see her again. But honestly, what he did just completely killed all attraction for him, and it's so unfortunate because if he would have just, acted a little bit better, things would have went very different because it was a
That has got to be so painful to hear. Is this girl's attractive, right? And she's basically saying that she was attracted to him and things would have gone very different. She was down to have a good time, but he fumbled it, he blew it. Let's find out why.
fun fucking date. Like, we go axe throwing, and it's very dangerous because you can drink as well.
All right, axe throwing. Great idea for a date. And I know that axe throwing is pretty niche. They probably don't have it in every town, but as an example, this is a really great activity to do on a date, and I'll tell you why. Number one, it's unique. So it's just kind of going to break that normal mold. Number two, it's active and it's interactive. And so it's going to provide a lot of opportunities to kind of joke around with her. And even more importantly, it's going to give some very natural feeling opportunities for you to touch her. So to break that barrier and to have her to feel comfortable, right? You can kind of be joking around, you can touch her on the shoulder, on the waist, you can kind of escalate things physically a bit with her while you're at this type of activity because it just provides a lot of natural opportunities to do so. So far this guy is doing great. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that place shut down. I wonder why. But it was so much fun at first. We were having the best time because I'm throwing axes and I'm really good at it. For some reason, I keep hitting the fucking bullseye, and I was just like having the best time ever. But then my date, I could feel him getting visibly like just upset because he just wasn't doing well. And then the more upset he was getting that he wasn't doing well, he just kept doing worse. And then I just kept doing better. I feel like he was manifesting me to just play better because of how annoyed he was. Even when I was trying to play bad, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't like try as hard. Like, I was like starting to feel bad for him because that's how much I could tell he didn't love it. I was still doing really good, and I was like, fuck, I don't even know how to play bad if I tried. And it was like, honestly, so funny. And even the guy that was coaching us was like laughing, like, damn, have you been here before? But my date did not like it. And I could just feel it. And it was so uncomfortable because I'm just like, dude, you could have played this so much better.
Okay. So yeah, this is really true. So one of the things that women look for is they look for a man who is emotionally controlled, meaning you don't get upset if things aren't going your way. And so in this example, things weren't going his way and he got upset. Well, it's ridiculous on a lot of levels. Number one, axe throwing presumably is something that neither of them have done much of previously. So hitting the target one way or another is largely going to be a function of luck and plus any small amount of technique that they learn on that day. But mostly it's going to be about luck. So there's nothing to get upset about because it's not like no one would expect you to be an expert level axe thrower. But the fact that she was doing really well is hilarious, and it just provides a lot of great opportunities to be playful with her. Some things he could have said, wow, you're awfully good at axe throwing. Like, should I be concerned? Are you some kind of axe murderer? What are you, some kind of secret operative? Like, if I take you home with me, I need to be worried that you're gonna kill me in my sleep. Like, he could have thought of so many just funny little things to like, break the ice, kind of tease her, be playful with her, and make fun of the fact that she was doing really well at axe throwing while also highlighting that it's kind of like a compliment that's playful and teasing all at the same time. That would have really heightened the tension because he could have used it to get a little bit like sexual with her. There's a little bit of like tension and danger and intrigue and just the playfulness, and that essentially he was being given an opportunity where things could have gone extremely well and he could have had a really fun time with her, but he blew it because men are supposed to be emotionally controlled, and this is one of the things that women look for when they are deciding whether they're attracted to, or they don't really even look for it. It's just something that they feel. They know that masculine men have control over their emotions, and this guy didn't, so that's why she lost attraction.
Like, I'm having the time of my life. I'm laughing. I'm having fun. Like, I'm doing well at something. Cheer me on. Joke around with me about how bad you are or something like that. Like, fuck around with me. When you're getting so obviously upset about axe throwing, I'm like, this is embarrassing. like, fuck around with me. I understand because I'm competitive too. Yes, I would probably be like a little sourpuss if I sucked at something, but more in like a jokey way. Like, I would make fun of myself, or I would like cheer you on or whatever. Like, I would just turn it around. Like, I wouldn't be like, now I don't want to play anymore. Let's go do something else. I don't like this anymore. I don't know why. It's like, I know why you don't like this.
All right, so kudos to this girl. She's cute. She looks like a lot of fun. And yeah, a different person with a better attitude could have not only had a great time with her that night, probably could have taken her out and had a real fun time. So, takeaways. Number one, interactive date ideas are a great idea. So you do want to do things like axe throwing, like mini golf, like going on going to see something cool in nature. Those are great ideas because they're interactive and they provide opportunities to break the touch barrier. But remember that no matter what happens, and if you're doing any sort of activity where you're both doing it, if she's better than you, just tease her about it and kind of be playful and ask her why she's so good at this weird activity. Okay. So moving on to our second example. Now, I don't come across hardly any women who can explain attraction accurately from a female standpoint, but this girl does a great job. Let's hear what she had to say.
If I were a man, this is exactly how I would get my dream girl. I wouldn't chase her. I would not impress her. And I sure as hell would not negotiate attraction. All
right, don't chase, don't impress, and don't negotiate attraction. These are three really good points. Women do not want to be chased. Women are going to do the chasing. Even though they say that they don't want to and that they never would, this is how it works, because women are interested in men that they feel have a little bit more status and value than them. And notice I said feel because this is a subjective thing. So one of the ways that you communicate that is by not chasing them. Sure, yes, you do go up and approach and express some interest initially, but you're not going to chase her around because that would signal that you're a lower status guy, that you need to do that. Women know that high status men have plenty of women interested in them, and so they are not going to do that kind of chasing. So when you don't do that, that's actually more attractive to her. Number two, she said you wouldn't try to impress her. Another important point. Men who have a lot going on in their life and are very accomplished and successful do not need to try to impress a woman. And I'm sure all of you watching this, you have a friend or know somebody who brags a lot. And what do we usually think when someone's bragging a lot? We either think that they're lying, or that they're annoying, or that they're just really not as good at that as they're claiming to be. And so, women are masters at reading body language, so they are going to pick up on this right away. And any guy that's trying to brag about what he does, how much money he makes, his accomplishments, it's a turn off to women immediately. So he's not gonna try that. And number three, no negotiating desire. Absolutely. If you ever try to convince a woman of your value, you've already lost. Men who have options do not need to convince a woman that they are valuable. They just are. And so you are not ever going to try to convince a woman of that. She's going to see it or she doesn't. And if she doesn't, it's okay. There's plenty more.
her feel something that she cannot get anywhere else, because women don't fall for men they understand. Women fall for how men make them feel. So here's how.
This is 100% true. So we can, we've talked about different traits in men that are attractive to women. And that does include things like your money, your status, your accomplishments, your success, your looks, your height. But what trumps all of those is your ability to make a woman feel something. And that is based around the types of experiences that you have together. So something that, is just kind of part of my personality, but I like to go on a lot of adventures. And that's something that I would do by myself or with friends. But in relationships, I have many adventures with my girlfriend and anybody that I've ever dated, and we get into trouble and we have crazy stories, and it just creates a lot of emotion and a lot of feeling in the situation, and that deepens the way that they feel about it. And so learning how to becoming the type of man that creates a strong feeling in a woman is going to trump any of those other factors, because that's what they rely on to tell them whether something is what they want or not.
How I do it. Number one, build the polarity. Women do not want equality in attraction. They want charge. Masculine meets feminine, direction meets surrender, certainty meets emotion. A man who holds that frame will always beat a man who offers comfort.
Great point. So comfort in this case could be, equivalent to either being nice or being a good provider. And again, those things can have value, but a man who is secure in himself and doesn't react like the previous guy did is going to trump all of that, as that's going to really signal her attraction mechanism.
Number 2, I would stop living for women and start living for myself. Hypergamy doesn't care about your feelings. A woman wants a man already moving with purpose before she ever enters the picture. Women chase momentum, they chase ambition, and they chase the man who doesn't need them.
And if you're working on building up your life and things aren't really there yet, it's okay. Women are going to feel if you're just committed to that path. So as long as you are taking action and you are putting effort towards it and you're making some progress, that's often enough for most women. And they will still feel very, very attracted to you, even if you don't have all the stuff that ultimately you might want or she might want.
3, I would become the man other men respect. Women don't just choose who they like. They choose the man other women want and other men admire. Female desire is social. If the tribe sees you as a high value, she will too.
This is a great point, and I really like the way that she put it, that female attraction is social. A quote that I think is relevant here is what do women want? Simply put, women want what other women want. So we see this with things like fashion and food and taste in men. Lauren here is exactly correct that if a woman sees you being desired by other women, that's going to make you even more desirable. And if she sees you in demand from other men that she looks up to and respects, that's going to make you more attractive and more desirable in her eyes. Intentionally, her attraction to you is social. She gets the signals from other people to tell her that you're attractive.
Number 4, I would master emotional control. Not being cold or distant, just unshakable and centered. Women test men to feel safe. If she can break your frame, she loses attraction.
Yeah, this goes back to the previous example in the last video. In that video, it didn't even really sound like the girl was really testing him. I think it just worked out that she was doing well in axe throwing. I don't think she was trying to show him up by being better at him, because how could you really do that unless she's an experienced axe thrower? But when he lost emotional control and got upset because she was doing well, he failed the test. I'm not even going to say her test because I don't even think she was testing him, but he failed the test, and that's why he didn't get laid that night.
Nothing rattles you, she melts. Number 5, I would flirt with her mind before her body. Women fall mentally first. I'd use anticipation, tension, speak slow, touch intentionally, make her feel chosen without acting needy.
Yeah, this just means that you're going to kind of build anticipation. So a seduction process, looks like you give her a little bit of touch and then you remove some touch. Maybe you kiss her and then you don't for a little while. In each case, when you're moving forward, you're also going to pull back a little bit to build that anticipation. Those get women really excited when you do that.
A man who understands her psychology always wins.
And compare that to if you're just on her constantly, like even if she likes it initially, if you are overly touching her and then it comes off as needy because it's like you're seeking her reassurance and validation.
Number 6, I would create mystery, not secrecy. Secrecy hides information. Mystery reveals only what builds desire. Women crave the man that they cannot fully predict. Number 7.
Yeah, great point. So a mistake a lot of men make, even if they generate attraction initially with a woman and they've been on a date or even a couple of dates, is many men start oversharing too much information about their life or things that they're going through or their challenges or their struggles, and that basically kills any mystery. So you want to maintain that mystery. Women find mystery to be very exciting, very attractive.
I'd vet her, not audition for her. Most men lose power because they try to prove themselves. Flip it. Is she feminine? Is she loyal? Does she bring peace? Does she add value to my life? Women fall hardest for the man who chooses carefully. Number 8.
And this is another great point, okay? As a man, you are the prize, and my girlfriend gets very upset when I say this, but let me reframe it a little bit differently. It has to be that way. She has to view it that way in order to become and stay attracted to you, because if she thinks that you are lower status and lower attractiveness than her, then she will think that she can do better. women have to view you as their best option. And so in order to do that, you're not going to be proving yourself to her. You're going to instead vet her. And vetting her doesn't mean that you're making her jump through hoops either. It just means that you're kind of evaluating her and you're holding back a little bit. You're withholding some eagerness. You're withholding your commitment until you know that she's worth it.
I would never pedestalize her. She's not the prize. Your mission, your value, your direction, that is the prize. When you pedestalize her, you lose the polarity. When you pedestalize yourself, she follows your lead.
And women know that the mission needs to come before them, even though they complain about that and they don't like it at times. They know that that's crucial, and they will lose attraction to a guy that is putting her in front of his mission.
Finally, I become unforgettable, not by trying to impress her, but by being the man she can't replace. Disciplined, confident, grounded. Women never forget the man who makes them feel safe and desired.
Great points. And so, yeah, like I said, this is one of the only women I've ever heard explain the way that, female attraction works accurately. So just out of curiosity, I pulled up her page here, and I don't know anything only about her. I've only watched a few of her videos. But it appears that she is wearing a wedding ring here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that she's married, which makes a lot of sense. Like, one of the things I tease a lot of these female dating coaches is that they are all single. Well, given that the primary, relationship goal of most women is to be in a marriage to a guy that they really look up to and respect, why would they take advice from a divorced or single female dating coach? It's a little bit different for men, because men, if they can generate enough attraction from a woman, then they always have the option to make her into a girlfriend and make her into a wife. Women who are not able to get relationships is a sign that they don't really understand what is important to men, because a woman, if she's even just remotely attractive, has thousands, endless numbers of opportunities to meet men and get into a relationship with them. So it really shows that she's missing something, either in her agreeableness or her understanding of how men work. So kudos to Lauren for being a good example to other women. And I would assume that she's very happy in her relationship. I saw one other video where she talks about, some of the qualities that women should uphold in their relationship, and she was on point with those as well. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. I hope that's helpful and interesting. If you like this video, check out either of these two. And if you'd like to stay in touch, you can join my email newsletter. There's a link to sign up for that in the description below. And in addition to that, if you'd like help meeting and keeping a woman that really inspires you, that you feel excited to be with, book a call with me and we'll see if one-on-one coaching is right for you. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next video.